Hey everybody, welcome back. It's your girl Brandy Yvonne. Of course, you are here at the Brandy Yvonne channel. Please take a quick second, click that thumbs up button. If you're not into these videos, just turn away. You don't have to give me a thumbs down, just click off. It's that easy, right? Also, please subscribe so you can see all my latest videos. I also review. We're going to talk about Ladies Who List Atlanta tonight, but we also talk about Ready to Love here. We also talk about Kings of Napa, and hopefully we'll be doing more content here soon. Want to do some story times. And any suggestions you guys have, please put them in the comments. Comment. All right, let's get into the review, y'all. Tonight we're talking about Ladies Who List Atlanta, season 1, episode 3. Okay, let's get to it. So the episode opens up same place we left off last week, right? With the girls arguing and fussing at the dinner table about Robin, okay? And then Crystal is like telling, I want to say it was Tiffany or Tiana, like, you need to mind your business, you need to stay out of it. I know, Robin, don't worry, you need to not, girl. And it's like, Crystal, if your intentions are pure, excuse me, you don't need to defend Robin in the way you think you're defending Robin. You're just making it worse. I actually agree with Robin that instead of you trying to put out the fire, you were just kind of lighting it up more. Okay, so I think Robin stormed off because I don't remember seeing her on the scene anymore. Tiana was like, girl, this is too much. I gotta go. Like, she about to pop off. Crystal kept saying trigger. I'm so sick of that word. We don't need that word trigger in every episode, okay? Come on now, Ladies Who List Atlanta. So anyway, then I was cracking up because the whole time Kira was still eating the whole time and talking. She was eating and talking the whole time at the same time. I was like, Kira, you could just stop and talk, girl. But it's okay because Kira said she got to eat, and I don't blame her, okay? So anyway, and then Kira took off her shoes, and they're like, why you got your shoes off? And then I believe Tiffany and Tiana kind of left. I don't know. It was a lot of arguing, y'all. Too much. So anyway, Kirsten was like, why you take your shoes off, Kyra? And she was like, well, I didn't know, Kira. And she's like, I didn't know she was about to come to me, so I wanted to be ready, you know. And she's still like, you know, going on about the whole social media thing. And then Kiana was telling Crystal, like, you know, I don't know if Robin's ready to do business with us, you know, she's got, you know, to deal with her personal stuff and all this. And so then Crystal starts crying because, you know, her and Robin got into it, and she's like, Robin's my best friend and you guys don't understand, and and it was just a hot mess. First of all, Crystal, no, I'm not justifying Robin hitting Crystal. I believe Robin was wrong for hitting Crystal. That is a boundary cross. Like, she should never have done that. I don't see them as best friends. I mean, maybe they're best friends. We'll just say they're best friends, but I don't see, the friendship is just a little weird to me. But hey, if it works for them, right? But I think Crystal's approach is so wrong, and it's coming off very two-faced for me. I don't trust Crystal still at this point. So anyway, then I think the next scene, and y'all know we might go out of order because that's what we do here. So I believe the next scene is when Kiana's talking to her husband, Anthony, and she's like, oh, thank God I don't have to go to the office today. And she's telling him about the dinner the night before. And I believe he had on his sunglasses in the house anyway. And he's taking it on. I mean, she's giving him every detail. And I was like, oh, Anthony's a good husband, because he was just sitting there taking it all in. And you know the men don't be wanting to hear all them catty details. But he was listening. He was like even saying stuff. So he's a good man, girl. So anyway, she was telling him, and she was like, yeah, when me and Robin had our thing, and she didn't want to hold my 29 contracts. Now, I swore last week, the first 2 weeks, it's been 26 contracts. Now it's 29. I mean, that's not a big number difference. I've just kind of caught that, okay? So anyway, she's like, yeah, with me and, you know, me and Robin used to be friends, so we're going to have a conversation. Cool. Have y'all conversation. So then we see Tiana and Tiffany furniture shopping. They run into this guy, Christian Hibachi, and he's looking to sell his condo, and he's done a lot of renovations to it, and he's telling Tiana, and she's like, oh yeah, I need a real estate agent. She was like, oh, well, I'm the one. And so I think Tiffany kind of introduced them anyway, and he is famous for his designs, I believe. So anyway, he works with a lot of famous people, they said. So he left, the girls are shopping, talking about the incident. Tiffany feels like, you know what, I want to talk to Robin, I want to be an ally, like what she said resonated with me, so I'm gonna go holler at Robin. Okay, so then we see Kira, I'm trying to get your name together, girl. Kira showing B. Simone another condo. I'm wondering, is B. Simone really about to buy some property with Kira, or are we just playing for TV? I don't know. Anyway, I hope she really does buy some property so Kira can make this money, okay? So anyway, we see a new condo, more space, I believe. The kitchen was nice, bigger bathroom, the closets were bigger, but I think you have to walk through the bedroom to get to the bathroom, and that was the issue. So B. Simone was not fully filling that one. And then they're like, okay, girl, let's go to lunch. And Kira's like, yeah, there's another real estate agent coming and we don't want to cross paths with her. I was like, who is it? Was it one of the girls from the show? Anyway, so B. Simone is still looking for property, y'all. So then we see, right after the dinner, I did skip Robin doing her yoga, and it was all black people doing that yoga. I said, look at all them black folk doing yoga. Okay, I'm not really big into the yoga, but open to learning, you know. So anyway, fast forward back to where we left off. I believe we're now at the scene where Tiffany goes to meet with Robin. And so they sat down and, oh, yeah, girl, you looking cute. Oh, we matching, do. Okay, so then they sit down and, you know, Robin explains how, like, okay, by the fact that Crystal keeps saying you're triggered, it's like too much, which it is too much. And she's like, feels like somebody's like kind of making fun of you, saying like, you're triggered, oh. And Tiffany's like, yeah, it's like they're saying you have mental health issues. Oh, you don't worry about her. She has mental health issues. And that, I agree with both of those ladies. Like, that's exactly what Crystal was giving. Like, oh, don't worry about Robin tripping, y'all. Y'all know she got mental health problems. Oh, y'all know this triggers her. Like, that's what Crystal was giving, in my opinion. That's why I'm like, I'm not sure if Crystal is intentional with her helping Robin or being a friend of Robin. I don't know where her intentions lie. And so then Tiffany and Robin had a really, really, really good conversation about mental health and having anxiety. Robin shared that she also struggles with ADHD. She's pregnant at 16. Her mom also had like 3 kids by the time she was 16. All the women in her life that are blood relatives to her have disappointed her, let her down, abandoned her. Her mom kind of threw her out. And so we understand why Robin has the issues she has coming from the background she has. And to Kira's point at the dinner, yes, we all have issues. Like, going back to the dinner, and the first thing Kira was heated, she was like, you know, we all going through it, you know. And Kira started breaking down crying, like, you know, my house burned down. I just ended a 5-year relationship. Like, we all going through it. I came from rough backgrounds also. And so I brought that back up to say that sometimes we need to look at what we have in common more, because Kira had that same rough background. Kiana shares the same similar kind of rough background. Robin, you share a rough background. Use that to connect with these women, Robin, is what I would say, instead of being so divided with the ladies. Like, I know what she feels about women, but they can connect with you because they have those same similar experiences, and they can tell you, hey, this is what I've done to cope to now get along with people. Just my theory. Let me know what y'all think down in the comments. So anyway, Tiffany and Robin had a great discussion about mental health and how, so, you know, it's not talked about as much. I mean, it's getting better. I would say it's getting better, especially in our community. But, you know, we got to still promote it. Like, get a therapist if you need a therapist, y'all. Like, it is so helpful. Get a therapist. Okay, I'm saying that as somebody with a therapist. I'm not ashamed to say I also come from a lot of childhood trauma, so I get it. I get Robin, I get Kiana, I get Kira. Like, you know, it's hard to not let your past dictate your present and your future, okay? But we got to work on these things. So get help when you need help, y'all, please. If you're not feeling right, call somebody. So they were just, you know, talking about their issues, and Tiffany was like, you know what, I might, you know, think I need to hook you up with my therapist, Robin. So they really connected on that. Thought that was a really, really good, healthy conversation. And the topic came up about being weak. And I said, everybody is weak in some aspect. We all have our weaknesses, but just not our weaknesses. Like, we are not as strong as we may want to put out, or as strong as we think we are. We are all weak and fragile beings in some aspect of our life, okay? We can't be 100% strong all the time, okay? And so that was a good conversation. So then moving along, we see, Crystal went to therapy. And okay, so Crystal's therapy session I thought was good in general, and she was like, you know, I never had to bring Robin up in here. Me and Robin's never had an issue before. You've never heard of Robin because you never brought her up before, but now, you know, I was trying to help and say, like, you know, you're triggered. I think in Crystal's mind, she was trying to help Robin by recognizing, like, oh, you're triggered in this moment, like, calm down. But that's not the way to get somebody to calm down. It's like what they said earlier in the episode, like, it's the same as saying, oh, you need to calm down, Like, you kept shouting, Crystal. You kept shouting it. You're triggered. That's not gonna make me less triggered. And I'm not a person who goes from 0 to 100 like Robin, but I understood what Robin was feeling and saying. Like, I don't need you to keep highlighting my triggers and my mental health to the whole room. Like, let Robin handle that situation. Even if she coming across ugly to the girls, that's for her to deal with the girls, not for you to be Captain Save a Friend. So anyway, and then she did tell the therapist how Robin hit her, which Robin was wrong for that. Robin was dead wrong for that. And that should not have happened. Violence is not good, like, especially between friends, no way. So, you know, the therapist said, you know, boundary might have been crossed, you know, you may need to address that with her, you may need to reconsider how your approach with your doing things. And that's what Crystal needs to consider, because the therapist is like, okay, you're trying to come across helping, but what if this person is not receiving your help? And we're not receiving the help, Crystal. We're not receiving it because the way you're doing it, it's more hurtful than good. It is. And so then, but Robin does owe her an apology for hitting her. She definitely does. So then we see Tiana goes to look at Christian Hibachi's condo. Oh, it's beautiful, 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 beautiful. They did a lot of renovations in it. I believe it was it 1848 square feet or 1948? Something like that. Clarify me. I wrote the numbers down, but anyway. I believe it had 2 bedrooms and 2.5 baths, they said. They had floor-to-ceiling windows, which were beautiful, 3 balconies. The refrigerator was like built into the wall. I mean, it was nice. That place was nice. And so, you know, he's trying to figure out the market value. He feels like he's done way too many renovations on it for it to be sold at a great price and be really appreciated. And both of them made the point of, you know, you need somebody from like a LA or New York who would come in and really, appreciate a place like that and understand and all that, which I agree. Like, that is the type of place that looked like a very LA vibes to me. So I understand what they meant by that, because they're people from New York and LA would understand the concept of that place and the value of it a little more, in my opinion. But not saying Atlanta people wouldn't. I don't know. I'm not a real estate girl, but I know I am from Cali. So anyway, and so they're talking about it on the balcony, and Tiana said, you know, oh, I think it'd go for 1.5 million. And he was like, 1.5 million? No way. So I'm not sure if he meant that in a, like, like a good way or a bad way. I took it as a bad way, but if y'all thought it was like oh girl, you think 1.5 million for real, like a good way, let me know, because I took it in a bad way. So anyway, we get to the end scene, I believe. Yeah, I think we didn't cover everything, really. We get to the end scene, and we see Kiana and Robin, okay? So they meet up for dinner. Oh, hey, girl, you looking cute, looking cute, looking cute. Okay. So then, to me, the discussion started out in the wrong direction. We took so much time about the apology and the semantics of the apology and the feelings of the apology and how the apology went. And Kiana was like, no, well, you didn't really fully apologize well, because you just were like, oh, sorry you felt that way. And I get Kiana's point. The apology could have been a little better, Robin, okay? Could have been better. Robin was like, I don't really be apologizing to people, so I meant that in my heart that I even apologized, and I said it like this, and you didn't, you should ask yourself why you couldn't receive it, why you were hung up on that. And I'm like, Robin, I'm gonna need you to take a little more accountability, sis. Take a little more accountability, okay? It wasn't the best of apologies, girl. So they like debated back and forth on the apology. Kiana demonstrated to her what it would have been a sincere apology, which was a great demonstration, Kiana. But like I said, spent way too much time on that. Then they're like, okay, well, let's, talk about the issue. And of course, that's when they cut the show off. And we not going to see that until next week, okay? Which we knew they were going to do to us, right? So my thing is, let's just get to the money issue about this $500 a contract. Could we have negotiated this? Like, this is this discussion I want to see. I don't care about how the apology went or didn't go, or if it felt right to Kiana, or if it was presented right by Robin or not. I don't care about that apology, okay? I want to talk about the money and the contracts and the original conversation that happened when Kiana was in that situation and what she said to Robin. That's what I want to know, okay? Anyway, y'all let me know what y'all thought of tonight's episode, what you think of the whole series, Ladies Who List Atlanta. And we will talk again soon, y'all.